The manufactured outrage over critical race theory reaching new heights in Texas. One school district in the state removed children's books by an award-winning author from its library and postponed a virtual event with him because of a complaint his books promote the graduate level theory. The books, I can't believe, New Kid and Class Act, great books. They're by Jerry Craft. They tell the story of a seventh and an eighth grader who attend a prestigious private school known for its academics, but one where they are among the few kids of color in their grades. Well, after a review, Katy Independent School District put the books back in the library. But the story doesn't stop there. A Texas lawmaker has since launched an investigation of 850 books on race and gender he claims could cause discomfort to students. And those two books by Jerry Craft, they are on the list. Author Jerry Craft joins me now. Whew, what a story. Thank you. I'm so glad you're here. I mean,
Thank you.
what do you, okay, so there was a lot of back and forth. Why do you think parents complained about these books in the first place? And what are they saying now?
You know, I focus on the positive. I mean, New Kid is in like 13 different languages. Okay, so there are kids all over the world reading it. I get emails from teachers talking about their kids reluctant readers who have never read a book and they've read it like 4 or 5 times. So I really don't know what is going on. Like it's the only book ever to win the Newbery, the Coretta Scott King, and the Kirkus Award. Not the only black book, the only book.
Yeah.
So when I first heard of this, I was like, wow, these kids are really missing out because they really bond with the book.
So listen, I just have to tell people if you're talking to people in academics, if you're talking to people, I said I wanted to write a children's book. There were publishers who said, if you're going to write a children's book, it's got to live up to this. They sent me New Kid and Hey Kiddo. So,
Wow.
I mean,
Hey Kiddo, which is also on the list, I believe.
yeah. So I'm just saying, these people are really, there it is. These people are really missing out here. So you wrote these books based on your own experiences, right? Because you didn't see characters like you represented in books, and you wanted kids today to feel seen.
Right. Right. I absolutely hated to read. I read Marvel comics, and that was it because I never saw any books with kids like me that weren't enslaved. A gritty urban tale, the grit of today's urban grittiness. Like, I didn't want grit. I grew up in the brownstone in Washington Heights, and I went to a private school, and I just wanted to show something different. I wanted kids to be seen where it wasn't always gloom and doom. And apparently that was the problem.
So what do you say to people who say, hey, listen, he's the critical race theory, he's teaching that in the book. It's in there. What do you say to these folks?
I had to Google it just like everyone else, and it's really, in New Kid. And let me explain, it is a graphic novel. So there are pictures. It's a big comic book,
Yeah.
and it's stuff that really happened to myself and my sons, no, loosely based, but there's a lot of humor. Like, there are kids that are like, they read it and they're cracking up. So again, I was very shocked. But I really keep it positive. There are kids that have cried because they're like, Mom, I've never seen myself in the book before. And those are things. I get letters from Brazil and New Zealand. So I don't think that they're letting the kids read it. These are adults that have a preconceived notion. And if they let a focus group of kids read it and then talk to the kids and find out what they did and what they get from it and how they feel seen, I don't think we would have a problem.
Jerry, it's a pleasure to have you on, and I'm going to go and reread them again. Thank you so much. That was redundant, I get
You got it.
Reread
Thank
them.
you.
Thank you. Thanks, Jerry. Thanks for watching, everyone. Our coverage continues.